moving on from Punjab, we'll move to Delhi Capitals, who I think will be very disappointed with their season. I think they had a good team, and I think they had the players to reach in the top four, yet they didn't. If you actually look at their team record this season, it's been win, loss, loss, win, loss, win, loss until the end, where in the end they won uh, two wins in a row and then lost once. So I think it's been up and down literally for Delhi, and I think it's it's they're going to feel disappointed, especially with Shaw having a good season. Unfortunately, they missed him towards the end. Warner having a good season, Marsh coming through, Khalil having a good season, Kuldeep taking wickets, and even Pant. He didn't have the runs, but his strike rate was high up there, and he's been the best player against spin this season in the middle overs and overall. So I think they'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, Delhi after the Aussies came into the picture, obviously Warner and Marsh, they look like a force to be reckoned with. They look like an absolutely incredible team. I thought they were definitely a championship contender, but then they were sort of ravaged by things like COVID, things that are sort of out of their control. Obviously, Mitchell Marsh having COVID, which is quite unfortunate because a DC, a performing Warner with their team being much more consistent, it would have been incredible. They should have definitely beaten Mumbai, that Tim David edge and things. We'll get to that maybe when we talk more about RCB. But overall, yeah, I think they'd definitely be disappointed with their season because they 100% had the potential, and they missed it out.
Delhi Capitals is the best side of this IPL. I'll write that on paper and I'll give it to you. Rishabh Pant has had a terrible season, both decision making wise and batting wise. You don't need a 180 strike rate and a 30-run innings from your number four batsman, especially when 90% of the time, one out of your top three is failing, like 0 runs. Because that's what Mandeep Singh and KS Bharat and all those players were giving you at the top. Right? So Rishabh Pant had a shit season according to me. They need Rishabh Pant to play the way someone else like I don't know, someone else like a Shreyas Iyer was doing or something like that. And then you need someone else to finish games off. So I don't think Rishabh Pant had a good season at all. He might have hit 350 runs. He might have given you a 180 strike rate. He might have played spin really well. All that doesn't matter if you hit 30 runs when your team needs you to hit um, 50 or plus. He's not had a single 50 this season batting at number four. Not a single one. And let's be real, that number four spot, it was basically a number three spot because when Shaw and Warner weren't playing, one of the openers failed at 0. Okay? So you need him much more. And with a player like Rishabh Pant, you would expect him to get at least 2 to 3 80 to 90 run games across the entire season. That's not come. That's let them down. They've also been let down by Akshar Patel and Shardul Thakur. Huge expectations from them. Shardul Thakur has had 3 good games, rest terrible games. He's not finished games off for them. Akshar Patel has not bowled well. Akshar Patel has done so well across the last few seasons. He's not come good this time. But apart from all that, let's talk about the positives. David Warner, the man, the myth, the legend. He's played like 10 games. He has the most runs of all Delhi batsmen. Mitchell Marsh was coming good towards the end of the season. Rahman Powell did a decent job. Kuldeep Yadav, my man, his speeds are back up. His speeds are not back up to. His speeds have increased by like around 7-8 kilometers per hour, which is making him which is making him a deadlier bowler. Because he's deceiving people in the air at a much faster rate and he's getting the wickets. The Kuldeep of old is back but improved. Khalil, good job. Sakaria, good job. Enrique Natia, another shit show. So it's been that kind of a season with the injuries. I think next season they should play in the finals. I'll call it right now. Delhi Capitals will play in the finals of next season IPL.
Vivian, what are your thoughts on Delhi's season?
Yeah, I already gave my thoughts, man. I think we can move on to the next team.
Okay.